Ricky plus Angie equals Cringy. Hey guys, this is the Cringy Rangy channel. I'm Angie.
I'm still Ricky.
This video is a review on an app that we used for our trip to Colorado in February. It's called Turo. We're going to explain about it, and we're going to explain the vehicle that we specifically used and just a lot of good details to help you understand this app.
First topic is going to be the process of using the app. You know, like starting out. For those that don't know, Turo is basically like an app where you rent somebody's car, like somebody's personal vehicle, for whether it's a day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever. That's what the app is. Like, beginning is pretty self-explanatory.
Just selecting like how your trip is gonna be, the area, the how many days, the specific type of vehicle, all that kind of stuff. You're able to browse through the app too, but once you are going to make a selection of your vehicle, you need to put your driver's license in, and they need to go through your driving record and approve of it first. And then if you're gonna have like any secondary drivers or anyone else who's gonna be driving it, they need to add theirs in, their email, all that little good stuff, and you have to be approved. And number 2 is contacting the car owner.
Well, to contact the car owner, one big cool thing is you message them through the app. So it's kind of like straightforward. If anyone's getting a message through Turo, they're gonna realize what it's for. So once you get approved for your driving record gets approved, then you go officially like contact the person whose car you want to rent. A big question that people have is probably like, is it sketchy? Is it weird? I mean, at the end of the day, it is a random person. Like, you don't know who this person is. But I mean, that's
sketchy.
Yeah, we run into random people every day in our lives. If you work in customer service, you probably talk to random people. You probably deal with random people. We all deal with random people at some point.
All the time.
Usually, one thing I think that helps is whenever the other person has done it before, because usually the renters on the Turo app, you can see if people have like 4 stars or 5 stars, and it shows how many trips they've done. I'm not gonna say don't go with someone who's never rented their car out before, because they deserve like, you know, a chance to. But it is good whenever it shows like, oh, this person's done like 99 trips or whatever.
It shows like, oh, okay, they're kind of well trusted in a way. You know, they have good ratings.
If the person is cool about it, one big thing is like you could always give them your personal phone number, or you could ask for their personal phone number. Alright, number 3, topic number 3, is the pickup process and the drop-off process. Was it weird picking it up from a random stranger? Yes, it's always weird picking up someone's personal vehicle, and they don't know what you're gonna do with it. You don't know what they've done with it, but that's just what Turo is. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it was miscommunication with us. Like, I'm not gonna bash the person whose car we rented, but I did feel like it was a little like, I don't know, like, well, basically we landed, we had to wait some time, and we texted the guy, and we didn't get a response for like, and it was early, but we didn't get a response for like an hour or something, an hour and a half. And then finally we get a response, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, we got the dates mixed up or something like that. To me, it's like if someone's renting your car for 6-7 days, we're paying them, you know, a large amount. We're paying their car payment for sure and more to rent their car. You would think like, okay, they're gonna know the date, they're gonna know the time, and they're gonna be there. And we waited there for like a long time. And then finally we get a response. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm on my way. And then we waited like another 30-45 minutes. And then his wife texts us, and then she's like, oh, I'm on my way. But to me, it was like, I thought he was already on his way 30-45 minutes ago. But then she texted him, and she was like, oh, she's on her way.
So by that time, I was pissed.
Yeah, well, honestly, literally, like, the start to the vacation was just like we sat in a random airport. We didn't know like where to go in the airport, because Denver International Airport, we just never been there before. Maybe we're just dumb. But everything, like the way that it was labeled, it was just weird. And then she texts us, and she's like, oh yeah, like I'm close by downtown or something like that. And we told her we're like downtown, question mark, like we're at the airport. What do you mean downtown? Like, and she was like, oh, well the pickup address was downtown. I was like, no, the pickup address is here at the airport. And she told us, she was like, oh, you're gonna have to Uber to downtown. At first she was like, you're gonna have to like Uber or something to downtown because that's where the pickup is at. And we're like, no, the address we have here is at the airport. So, I mean, no. And then finally she was like, okay, well I can meet you at the airport, but I'm gonna need another like 30, 45 minutes to get to the airport. And keep in mind, like, we were so excited to land and be like,
finally get the car.
And finally get
right
the car right away, yeah, like 8 or 9 o'clock, whatever the time was that we were supposed to have the car, and we were gonna get it, and it was like, yes, let's start this awesome vacation. And it started off so wrong. But you know something was a little sketchy with them whenever he was like, oh, I'm on my way, but then his wife was on his way. So it's like, you were never on your way in the first place. Like, to me, like, I respect honesty more than anything. Like, if he was just honest and like, yo, honestly, bro, like, I slept in, I had to drop my kids off at school, I had to do this, I had to do that, and I'm gonna be like 2 hours late, it's like, great, okay, fine. Like, but don't.
At least they let us know.
Yeah, but the worst part is whenever we don't know, we're not getting a response back, and we're just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting at a random airport, and literally like, I took a nap on her shoulder. It was like crazy early in the morning. But I will say, I think it is important to mention that was just our specific experience. That doesn't mean
it's always gonna be that.
Yeah, it just depends on like who you get. I think for the most part, maybe the dude's just having a bad day or something. He could have been honest though, but for the most part, to be fair, they did reimburse us like half a day or something like that.
So then we met up with the owner. She finally showed up, pulled up, and so, you know, we meet and greet or whatever. And then she kind of explained to us a little bit like about the car. And then what you do on your app, and the owner too on their app, you have to take pictures of the car, like on the front, and then the passenger side, and then the back, and then the driver's side, and then the inside, the mileage. So you take those, like what, 5 pictures, and then you put it through in the app, and the owner puts it through on her app, and then that was pretty much it.
I will mention one of the questions that I think people will have is, do you have to drop the person off after you get the car? You don't have to drop the owner off. I feel like Turo has to have some kind of policy where it's like, you know, the owner has to have a ride back home. Because
it's just weird.
Yeah.
That's taking off a little bit of mileage.
Time, mileage, like what if you have to go
from what you selected, it's like taking that out of all that. You guys have that question too.
You should be like,
well, do I have to drop off the owner? You probably don't. You probably most likely will not be dropping off the owner. So also with the drop-off process, that one was probably very easy. You just drop it off at the airport because, well, depending on the address where the owners want you to pick up and drop off, like it's usually the same location, or it kind of depends on like what the owner kind of says, because you can have like different locations, but depending on what the owner has selected for locations of pick up and drop off. So they told us, just drop off the car again at the airport like how we picked you up, because on our end, our address is kind of messed up. We dropped off the car at the airport. We didn't have to deal with anyone. That was pretty awesome. You just take again pictures of the front, the sides, and then the back, and then the mileage on the app. And then you put, depending on the owner too, where you put the keys. Our owners for that car, they had like a little like box that you like hang on the side of the window, and with a little code, and they gave us the code like right then and there. So you put the key in, and you just kind of close the little box, and that's pretty much it. But it depends on the owner of how you give back the keys. So that part I'm not too sure. I would assume that Turo is providing the owner with like that little box that you hang on the side of the window to put the key in, and there's like a lock or whatever, and you let them know, hey, the car is parked in this location. You kind of take some pictures around so they kind of know where it's at, and then that was pretty much it. And you kind of like end your trip on the Turo app, and you're good to go.
I will say that you do have to clean the car before it's dropped off, and you have to fill it up with gas. Obviously, it's just important to mention, like, those two things. Like, you will get charged a cleaning fee if you leave it with, you know, McDonald's crumbs everywhere, and like a quarter tank of gas. You're gonna get charged for that. So it is important before you drop it off to make sure it's decently cleaned and has gas.
Yeah. So number 4, it's the actual car and how we liked it.
Yeah, we got a 2019 Jeep, and we went to Colorado.
4 doors.
4 doors. We went to Colorado in February 11th. Valentine's Day.
For like a whole week.
For like a whole week. And the reason we wanted the Jeep specifically is because and we went to SDS Park. For those of you who don't know, it's like very like, it's kind of up in the mountains and it's like right next to the Rockies.
Like literally next to the Rockies.
Yeah, literally. So we wanted something that's 4-wheel drive, obviously, to be safe, because we're from Texas and we normally get snow down here. So it's good to have it safe. And so like the trip went well after, like aside from like the pickup, you know, process, like it was a nice Jeep. Like the interior was very nice. Like it
felt very safe.
Yeah, it felt
very, like, secure, just like.
Yeah, and having that peace of mind that you like in a vehicle that's more than ready to take on like snow, you know what I mean, and it's high enough that you don't have to worry about like, you know, scratching any bumpers or anything like that. You know, we could plug in our phone to the people left in like, I think they left in like a USB
cord.
Yeah, so we could like plug in our phone, and it drove really nice. It felt really nice. It really added to our experience having such a nice vehicle while being there. And the fact that we got like a 2019 Jeep driving around in Denver was like, yo, like that's just dope.
Yeah, and like the speakers were pretty good. You know, just turning on that heater and like it would warm up like pretty quick. The space was very good. Like we even like had a little picnic in the back at one point, and it was super cute. It fit like really well.
Yeah, it's really like we found like a little like lake with like the mountains in the background, and we like opened up the Jeep. You know, and Jeeps, like if you've seen them, like the back is just so flat, so you can literally just like sit back there, put the seats back, and like have a picnic. And the interior, it was just like really like, it was like a new 2019 like brand new interior Jeep. You know what I mean? So everything felt nice in there.
A lot of like the modern-y, like touch screen kind of like what do you call it, like control kind of like a radio, whatever.
Number 5, pros and cons,
and our overall experience.
But
we're gonna start off with the cons just to get the negatives out of the way, and then we'll end with a good positive pros.
Positive vibes.
Positive vibes, yo.
Positive vibes,
All
yo.
right, start it up, dude.
Alright, cons. I'm the negative Nancy. That's where I fit in. Rather.
That's where I'm the positive Polly.
Positive Polly. Alright, at the end of the day, cons, you're still dealing with a random person. And one thing you get at a rental car business is you get policies that can be broken. You get a contract that just can be, you know, wiggled around with. Like you're dealing with a big company. You know what I mean? Like there's always there's always a peace of mind when you're dealing with like, you know, budget, enterprise, Hertz, whatever. You know, there's a peace of mind dealing with a company like that. It's like the same thing when you're buying a car from a dealership. You know, like pre-certified or whatever. At the end of the day, you're using someone's personal vehicle, so like. It's almost like you want to be extra careful because this is their like baby, you know what I mean? And this is probably like silly, but like a 2019 Jeep is kind of like pricey. They're probably like easily like a 40 grand brand new Jeep or something like that. And it's like, what if they're tracking us? Like I know that's probably silly.
Or what if they have like little like microphones like listening to us? I don't know.
That's definitely like paranoia. But it's still just weird to think that they could be like watching they could be tracking our every move. Another con is cleanliness. You don't know how well they are cleaning their car. And when we got our Jeep, it was snowing and it was muddy and it was kind of, and I don't blame them for that because like it's in Denver and it's in February and
it's
there's
inevitable.
Snow. Yeah, it's inevitable. Like there's snow everywhere and your feet are gonna get muddy and snow on the doormats. Other than that, the Jeep was clean though, but like on the outside it was hideous. On the floor mats on the like bottom it was hideous. But there's nothing you can do.
Time for the pros. What?
I'm a pro.
The pricing that we noticed on Turo was significantly affordable, you know? Like, wow, a 2019 new 4-door kind of Jeep was a really good price. Like, per day, you have to pay per day.
Yeah, if you like 70, 80 bucks a day or something like that.
For a 2019 Jeep, like a Jeep. Like, if you go to the rent, like, I don't think they
if you wanted to rent a 2019 Jeep Wrangler at a rental place.
It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, like, so then, yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I will, like, the price is good. I think the price, getting a car on Turo, the price is worth it. It is cheaper than renting a car. Like, at the end of the day, it's cheaper than renting a car at a rental place. For instance, like, the same car, same days, same everything, maybe you're saving like 200, 300 bucks. So Turo has their own insurance by Liberty Mutual, and it's kind of like a base thing. Like, when you're renting the car, you're getting that insurance no matter what. And they do have an option, I think, to where you can get a better insurance.
Yeah.
But regardless, you have to pay for like their base insurance. So like the price is kind of included. So that's why it's a pro for Turo, because it's just cheaper. It is.
So another pro is that you can choose like the specifics of like what kind of car you are looking for. If, like us in our case, we wanted something 4-wheel drive. So we started looking up like 4-wheel drive cars, and they give us like a good amount and list of all these 4-wheel drives. There's just so many, like, he's kind of more better at this, but like there's just so many like specifics you can go with like Turo. And another little thing, depending on the owner and the car too, they will add these extra, I mean, kind of a con too, you have to pay extra, but they will provide like camping gear.
Yeah, like you could pay a fee to not have to fill up the gas. That's pretty cool.
Not to fill up the gas.
And sometimes it might be better. You know?
Or to not have it clean right, and then they'll clean it. Or if you need like a bike rack, or they will
car
seat, or like the skis, like for unlimited mileage.
Unlimited
You just
mileage.
have to pay extra though. So these little extra things, like, you know, they can help you out. Overall, our experience with Turo was pretty good, other than just that little mishaps that we had. Thank you guys for watching our video. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, whatever you have about Turo, leave them below in the comments, and we can answer them as best as we can. And again, we just appreciate you guys watching our videos. We love making the videos. We're having so much fun making them. It's really cool. We hope y'all are staying safe. Take care out there. Remember to social distance. I know it seems like it seems like Corona isn't as big anymore, but it's still around, guys. Trust me. I actually work at a hospital. Y'all didn't know.
I will say we just hit over 100 subs. So
yes!
Yeah, shout out to all the people that have subbed. That honestly means a lot. Like, that seriously, like,
thank you guys.
I know it's something so simple and so easy. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
I know it's not a crazy big number. It's not.
It's a celebration. It's a point of our journey.
And it is fun. Like, we do enjoy making these videos. Like, it's something fun for us to do. Like, it legit is fun. Like, we're not forcing these videos by any means.
We are very, very thankful, guys. Like, trust me, we're so excited. Every time we see a new subscriber, we are just like texting each other, like shouting at each other, we got another one! He's in the poop around on the bed, we got another one! And trust us, we've got lots of ideas coming your way, so...
Yeah.
Bye!
Altered State has the best
Altered State, and they're Christian based, and they're super cute.
And they're super expensive for no reason at all. A Hyundai.
Just wait a second.
Dude, they're mowing the lawn. That's not going anywhere.